Hi everyone, welcome back to KG Graves. My name's Kev. Today we're at Bushey Jewish Cemetery in Hertfordshire and we're here to visit the grave of Joe Loss. He did many TV themes and lots of songs. He even had hits in the charts for himself as well. More information about Joe coming up soon, but if you like the video give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, it's free, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.
Joe Loss was only 20 when he became Britain's youngest bandleader 60 years ago. The date was January the 31st, and that's the date he's chosen for his retirement, neatly wrapping up 6 decades devoted to his music. And he's rather tickled that after all this time, he's back in the charts, courtesy of the Jive Bunny mixes.
Come on, everybody!
First, his very special tune, In the Mood, found its way back to #1, a signature tune shared by Glenn Miller. Now, his March of the Mods is up there in the charts too. Quite an achievement, but then there've been many.
People say to me, how is it you get going? Decade after decade, new ideas come in, new form of orchestration, so forth and so on. I said, well, I never rest on my laurels. It's a case of introducing new things, but not because it's #1 that I will play it. I like to feel that the music is going to be wanted by the public at large.
And it always has been. He's immensely proud of the many stars he introduced to the business. Eamon Andrews repaid the compliment by honouring Joe twice on This Is Your Life. And Vera Lynn began her career with him too.
Yes.
There are thousands of press cuttings chronicling an incredible career, but he's still got one great ambition: to persuade the education authorities to go back to teaching children to dance. Not only because it's fun, but for the confidence and social benefits it brings.
When I go in front of that band, to me that floor is there for dancing, unless we play concerts. And unless that is full, I have failed. So it's a case of within virtually seconds, that floor has to be packed.
He's 80 now and unwell, so from next month the band will go on without him. But he'll never be all that far away. Trisha Ingram's 10 Songs.
Joe Loss was born Joshua Alexander Loss on the 22nd of June 1909 in Spitalfields, London, England, to parents Israel and Ada, who were Russian Jews. He was a British dance band leader and musician. Joe was the youngest of 4 children and attended the Jews Free School, Trinity College of Music and the London College of Music. He started violin lessons at the age of 7 and later played violin at the Tower Ballroom, Blackpool. At 20 he became Britain's youngest band leader, working at the Astoria Ballroom and soon breaking into variety at the Kit Kat Club. In 1934 he topped the bill at the Holborn Empire, but in the same year moved back to the Astoria Ballroom where he led a 12-piece band. The Joe Loss Orchestra also played many years on the cruise ship Queen Elizabeth II and entertained the royal family at Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle. In 1935, Dame Vera Lynn appeared with the Joe Loss Orchestra in her first radio broadcast. With broadcasting, recording and annual tours in addition to the resident work, the band became highly popular over the next few years. Joe married Mildred Blanche Rose in 1938 and had 2 children, a son and a daughter. In the 1950s and early 60s, Joe was resident bandleader at the Hammersmith Palais and was remembered by a trainee nurse at Hammersmith Hospital as being as kind and gentlemanly when she attended him in hospital as he was in his public persona. His band's signature tune, In the Mood, would often be requested 3 or 4 times a night and sold 1 million copies. He was the subject of This Is Your Life on 2 occasions. In May 1963, when he was surprised by Eamon Andrews at the Hammersmith Palais in London, and again in October 1980, when Andrews surprised him at the London's Portman Hotel during a star-studded party to celebrate Joe's 50 years in show business. A favourite of British royal family, his orchestra performed not only at the Royal Variety Performances, but also at Christmas parties hosted by the royal family, which earned Joe not only the OBE in 1978, but also the LVO, Royal Victorian Order, an honour and personal gift of the Queen. Joe's daughter, Jennifer Jankel, is chair of the Jewish Music Institute in London. Joe died on the 6th of June 1990 at the age of 80 of kidney failure. The joeloss Orchestra was one of the most successful acts of the big band era in the 1940s, with hits in the UK singles chart including Wheels Churchyard 1961, Suka Suka also 1961, Theme from Maygrey 1962, Must Be Madison also 1962, and March of the Mods 1964. In April 1951, Elizabeth Beatty, vocalist with Joe Loss, fell and broke her jaw. Joe was badly in need of a replacement and remembered hearing Rose Brennan on the radio during a visit to Ireland. Within days he had located her, and before a week was out she was in Manchester rehearsing with the band. She stayed with Joe for 15 years before giving up show business in the mid-1960s. Her co-vocalists with the orchestra from 1955 were Ross McManus, father of Elvis Costello, and Larry Gretton. The joeloss Orchestra carries on under the musical direction of Todd Miller, who was a vocalist with the band for 19 years before Joe's death. In 1989, Joe became too ill to travel, and in 1990 he entrusted the leadership to his longest-serving band member, trombonist and player-manager of many decades, Sam Watmow, and Miller. The orchestra has been in constant operation since 1930, and in 2015 it celebrated its 85th anniversary. Let's see where his grave is located. So there you have it, the grave of Joe Loss, composer and musician. As usual, thanks for watching. Leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel, it's absolutely free. And I'll see you on the next one.